TV when I
It's
watch
on
it.
That's true.
That counts.
Is that? Oh, is that us?
Hi.
See, we knew we'd messed the last one up. We knew we'd messed the last one up.
We didn't know you were
Hi,
here.
everybody.
Thanks for coming.
We're just having a great time talking about just stuff. Fun
Welcome
laughs.
to Cocktails and Curtain Calls. This is Matt Austin.
And this is Bess. Bess, you're Beth. Oh, this is
All
going
the
real
time.
well, guys.
Yeah. So
We've done 112 of these.
Right.
You're Beth.
And
Young.
we haven't done one right yet, and we're going to wrap it up just that way. So we would like to welcome our guests from Sherman's production of The Graduate. We have Tommy Ovitt and
Susan Abrams.
I was almost going
We don't
to
even know our guests.
No.
And I'm friends with both of them outside of here. I don't know.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
Thank you
coming.
guys for coming.
Thank you for having us.
And I would love to just share right out of the gate when your show opens, which I think is the 19th.
Correct, April 19th.
And runs for 4
8 o'clock.
weekends. 8 o'clock. I'm there on the 20th to review.
Go celebrate Passover.
Yeah.
Like we were saying.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
Right.
if you don't want to celebrate Passover or Good Friday, come on down to the Sherman Playhouse.
to see The Graduate.
To see The
right.
Graduate. That's right.
A nice light.
Yeah.
Right. A celebratory piece. So,
It's very
How's it
seasonal.
going?
Yeah.
Good.
Well,
Good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going really well. Our Hell Week is next week.
Yeah.
So that's very exciting.
Well, actually,
That's
it's
right.
Hell Week's been every week, but that's fun.
Every day is like a little bit of that
You've
week.
got quite a large role. So a couple of lines.
It's got a few lines.
Just a few.
So tell us
the
who you
same?
play because we know, but
yes,
our audience
sorry.
might not.
This is for them. This is
Yes, this is for us.
This is
Hey.
ours. Cheers. That's
Cheers.
right.
That's right.
So you play Benjamin Braddock, right? Yes. That
Yeah.
is a meaty role, definitely.
It
yes.
is.
Yeah.
It really
you can
is.
really sink your teeth into that.
And one of the biggest challenges, like right off the bat, was because it was portrayed so iconically by Dustin Hoffman.
Right.
I thought you were going to say Jason Biggs.
By Jason Biggs, yeah, of American Pie and Loser. And,
He was in the Broadway production.
yeah. With
Yeah.
Kathleen Turner and
Alicia Silverstone.
Alicia Silverstone.
Did he
yeah.
call for lines? Just
He did not.
oh, okay.
Oh,
good.
okay, because
Not.
did I?
No. We were talking earlier
No, I did a
about
couple
about
before
professional productions we've seen with iconic
People
actors calling
calling
for
for
lines
lines.
during a live show.
During a performance.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't
Wow,
do that.
no, I'm
There will
not
not be
gonna
none of
strive
that at the Sherman Playhouse.
No, there won't.
It's against the rules over there.
Right.
So here you are playing this role and
Yeah.
you are directing this role. And just
And the whole show, not just this role.
Each
That'd be
actor
weird if
has
the
their
Sherman
own
Playhouse
director,
got
right? Yeah.
one director for each
Just share with us who else is in your cast.
Oh goodness, we have
Quiz time.
Kit.
Kit Colburn playing
Who's-
Mrs. Robinson,
who's fabulous.
She's wonderful.
and
She's
gorgeous,
absolutely
and
wonderful.
delightful. And we have Stacey Lee Frome
Okay.
and Robin Frome, who are playing Mr. and Mrs. Braddock.
Oh,
playing,
yeah.
playing Tommy's
Okay.
parents.
That's very.
So
And-
I have a nice history with them, so it's nice to be
Yeah.
working with them as my parents on stage.
That's
so.
awesome.
And Chris Marker is
Ah,
playing Mr. Robinson, who has the iconic line from the show.
Yes.
And Jeff Rossman is playing a number of roles. So you kind of have to
All
keep an
right.
eye out for him.
Yeah.
Pops
He
up
just
here
keeps
and there.
popping up here and there.
He's pretty charming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's excellent.
Yeah.
Aaron Shaughnessy
I'm
is
familiar.
playing a lovely.
I was too.
Yeah.
Until no.
Aaron Shaughnessy is playing a lovely Elaine.
Yes, she is.
And who am I missing? Agnes.
Agnes.
Oh,
Agnes
yes.
Ford, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Played,
Yeah.
who was just in
Agnes and Fur. Venus and Fur.
Venus and Fur.
That's Agnes of God, Agnes of God
She
and
is
Venus of
also, yeah, she is also in the production. So
Right.
I have a pretty good
You got a
lineup.
great
You have a good cast.
Yeah.
Very nice. And it's going well.
Yeah.
Well, first let me ask you, did you submit this play? You chose this play and submit? Is that how Sherman works?
Yeah, so they have an open submission program. So
Right.
you just submit a show that you would like to direct, and they take it to committee, and a number of people
Right.
submit different ideas and different shows, and they chose mine. So
Nice.
yeah, that was
nice.
fun.
Very exciting. It's not a show that's done often.
No.
I mean, I'm not
Not
sure
around
I've ever
here.
seen it in the area at all. So that's,
so, yeah.
and yet very well known.
Yeah.
So you think it's going to generate a lot of buzz. I mean, I would assume that it would. It's a very popular piece. And
I think it's not an easy show to produce because it has so many different locations.
It's very cinematic.
So it's
Yeah.
it is. So I think that can be a little bit intimidating for some people. I've got some workarounds to kind of, my set design didn't turn
You
out
designed
exactly.
the set
Yeah,
yourself,
I
and
did.
it is-
It didn't turn out exactly the way I'd planned it, but
it's pretty-
still
it's pretty amazing.
close
It's
to what
pretty-
I
yeah.
envisioned.
They got
so
a great tech team there.
yeah,
Al
they
and
do.
everybody.
Al's
Yeah.
wonderful,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Dave White's doing
Yep.
the sound, and we've got some cool music, and
Yeah.
Very cool.
it's gonna be fun.
Very cool.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
We're putting our own style to it.
Yeah, and
So that-
we're not trying to replicate what's been done.
Yeah, that's what
You
I was-
can't, right?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can't replicate a movie on
Right.
stage. It's
Right.
very difficult. But you can get closer to the book, and there was a book of The Graduate. So it's a little more, I think the script itself lends itself more to, if you had read the book, then it makes a little more sense. If you read the book and then see the movie's a little bit different than the...
Deviates a little bit. So
Yeah.
Is the script for the play is not identical to the film then?
It's not. There are some very similar things
Yeah.
to it, but
Right.
but it's a little bit different.
A little bit different.
There are
Closer
some
to the
things
book.
that happen in the book and the play, but not in the movie.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Oh, this
So what
looks
drew you
interesting.
to this show? Did you seek this out, or did you seek him out?
I begged him to audition for the show.
Also too, like I always admired the movie. I was so familiar with the movie. I didn't even really know that there was a play for it. But one of the biggest things that drew me to the character of Benjamin is in the beginning, he just graduated from college, and I'm a recent college graduate myself.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll talk about that in a minute. We'll put a pin in that.
Just a little
Put
minute.
your hands away from the microphone.
Oh, God,
Make a
sorry.
noise.
I get excited.
Okay, Mom.
I am.
Yeah.
I'm such a mom.
Yeah. Anyways, So in the beginning, Benjamin has this feeling of ambiguity, like he doesn't know what is to happen next for him, and that's something that I was that we
Grappling
all
with, right.
that we
Yeah,
all
yeah.
deal with, especially graduating from college and getting off into the real world and trying to figure out what's next, and.
Well, let's take this opportunity to
Oh,
share
so I
what's
think
next.
maybe you figured out what's in the immediate future.
I finally did. Yeah.
What would that be?
So I was actually accepted into the Actor Studio MFA program.
Congratulations.
For
That
the-
is very
for
exciting.
the fall, yeah.
Yeah, very
So-
excited. You're just a little excited.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Just a little
You
bit.
should be.
I
You
found
should
out
be.
because I did my audition and they were like, "Oh yeah, we'll let you know in a few days. We're not going to keep you waiting." And I was like, "Oh, okay, great." And you hear that all the time with
And you
auditions.
figure out they're not-
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, like
Yeah.
it's gonna go either way. It's nothing in the middle. It's either way.
Yep.
And so, I auditioned Saturday, and they told me Tuesday that I got the email. Yeah, and I just got the official letter Monday.
Big deal.
So,
Frame
yeah.
it.
Nice.
Frame it.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
what I'm going to do.
Packet.
Yeah, exactly.
So you are New York City bound.
yeah.
Good for you.
So
Good for you.
I'm very excited.
Well, I have seen you perform a number of times, and every time
I'm
impressive.
unfamiliar with your work, but
He's
I hear
never-
you're very good.
You guys should meet because you could really use him.
You could use
Yeah.
some tips from
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
I think.
I gotta go.
We gotta go now.
Careful.
Oh,
all right, it's our last show.
It's our last show,
It's
so we
fine.
can get away
That's how
with
you
it.
just announced it.
Oh, that's how I just announced
And
that.
that's how we announced it.
That's
That's
supposed to be for
historic.
the end.
That was supposed to be at the end.
We'll
You
talk
didn't hear
later.
it then.
We'll talk later.
So iconic.
Yeah.
But what were we saying?
But we were
Talking
getting-
about your getting into Actor Studio and how
yeah.
exciting that is, and what a just opens up so many doors for you, and I think you're very deserving. I really do. You obviously work really hard, and don't just have a gift. You work your gift, which is really important. So enjoy.
Thank you.
Enjoy this next chapter.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome.
Yeah, and he's going to make so many great connections. He's
Yes.
going to get,
Yeah.
Yes.
the perfect education. So
Top notch all the way.
So
Yeah.
make us proud,
Yeah,
kid.
I will. I'm gonna make something of myself.
Yeah. Hey, I told you, stick with me, kid. I'll make you a star. I'll make you.
Good for you. Now, what I'm not sure I've ever seen
What are
one
you
of your
trying to
plays
say, Beth?
before.
You've actually reviewed plays that I've been in
But
and
I've
have
never
directed.
met you before, so
No,
it's a
we
pleasure
haven't.
to meet you. I'm sure I gave you a good review.
You did. Every single one of them was good.
Oh, good. Okay,
that makes
so
me
just
happy.
refresh my memory. What?
So, gosh, recently, the last show I directed was actually at Phoenix Stage Company, which was called Female Transport.
Okay.
It was about it was set in the early 1800s when the United Kingdom was transporting convicts to the
To Australia?
Yes, to Australia, to the
farce.
penal
It
colony.
was a farce.
So yeah, it was very funny.
Like,
Yeah, everybody, at the end, it was all dancing and
the
singing.
door
No, it was
slamming.
very depressing. But it was a really good show. I directed that. Then before that, what did I do? I hadn't been on stage for a while. I want to say the last show I did was at Theatre Works. Was the last night of Ballyhoo?
Yeah, that's right.
That might have been the
Aaron
last
and-
show I was actually in.
Yeah.
I was. I did a thing at the Sherman JCC, the dinner party by Neil Simon.
So you do both.
yeah.
You're behind the scenes and on stage.
Correct.
Which do you prefer?
That's a good question because they both have their merits, but acting is a lot more fun. I mean, the work takes
Less
place.
stressful.
Well, I don't know about that. It's directing's an awful lot like work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're using
It's
both sides
all
of
that
your
prep.
brain.
Lots of prep
Lots
going
of prep.
in. Yeah.
You have to find a good crew. You have to kind of envision the whole project and then put that project together in a process. It's a joy to watch them rehearse because
Right.
that's the creative side of it. It's fun to draw set designs. It's fun to decorate and things like that. But each of those things requires a process and steps that
Right,
are involved.
right.
And you can't do one without having the other in place already. And so, yeah, it's a lot like work. And
Well, I think we just had a director from another show come in and he talked about the first thing we did together was a table read, and I was like, well, that's the first thing the actors do. But what does the
Right.
director do? It's
Right.
quite a bit before we get to that stage.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Once you got to the table read, it's like, whew. Okay, I've gotten to first base.
Right.
So yeah, I mean, in preparation, you do a lot of making announcements for auditions. You talk to different actors that you hope to, see at the auditions.
right.
You want to make sure that they know about it, what the time is. You need to. Find a good crew to support you.
Right, right.
Who's going to be your,
Yeah.
Your infrastructure,
Lot of
basically,
legwork.
having that in place.
Yeah.
And then, the audition process itself is a process. You
Right.
have to make sure that you let everybody know one way or the other. You have to, figure out, who works well with who has chemistry, who doesn't.
So for you to take on a project, then it's really means something to you.
Oh, it
really
does.
Is, 'cause
It
that's
does.
That's quite a bit. And blessed with a wonderful cast.
I really am.
Really.
I'm
I
very
mean, that
lucky.
is just heaven sent when that
Yeah.
happens. I'm sure, like, whoa.
And I'm really good at casting. Just so everybody knows.
Well, that's a big part of
I tell
the
people that
job.
all the
Big
time, and they go,
part,
yeah.
"Oh, I saw that show. The cast was wonderful." I'm like, "Cause I'm really good at it."
Handpicked.
Only if they audition. I'm not the type of person to go out.
But
and
even
beg
from an
people.
audition, I mean, if
Yeah.
you have 50 people show up,
Yep.
you know what you're looking for.
Yep.
And then it's pairing.
Right,
It's
right.
all that pairing going on.
Right, and seeing who works well with whom
exactly,
and-
exactly.
and,
it is
uh,
quite a process.
Yeah. So that's just getting to the audition. That's once you get to the table read, then you have to worry about the set building,
All those production
costumes,
aspects. Yeah, yeah.
budgets, things
Yeah.
like that. What you have to work with, what you can use, what you
It's the difference in community theater.
Right.
It's all like,
Yeah.
it's like
Here.
running your own business, right?
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah,
Here's
yeah.
an empty box. Now you get to fill it.
Right. But
Which is exciting.
Yeah, it is
it's-
exciting.
yeah.
It is
It's
exciting.
meaty. Yeah.
But it's very excited to see it.
Yeah,
I'm really
oh,
looking forward to it.
absolutely.
So yeah.
Have you ever? So I've only seen you on stage, but have you ever thought of directing, or have any want to?
Not now.
Not now. Actually, not now. Oh yeah, this, in case the actor studio sees this.
No, actually, I do have a story, actually. So I had my audition with Actor Studio, and I did my, because they have you do a scene. They don't have you do a monologue. So I did my scene, and then they were blacked out too, by the way. So all the lights were on us, and you couldn't see where they were.
Can I ask you a story? Not to interrupt,
yeah.
but I'm interrupting.
Yeah, you're interrupting. That's fine.
When you do a scene, do they have someone read with you, or do you get to bring your scene partner?
You
like someone.
You get to bring a scene partner.
Oh, that's awesome.
And I did a scene from All My Sons, which I played Chris, and Robin Frome played my father. So it's funny. He's playing my father now. So, So we did our scene, and you just hear a voice in the darkness, like, "Oh, thank you, Tommy. Please wait in the hallway." So what I'm getting at with the directing is, they asked, because they were looking at my transcript from WestCon, and they were like, "Oh, we noticed that you took directing. Have you looked at our directing curriculum?" And I was like, I'm going to be totally honest with you, I haven't. I was so focused on your acting curriculum, and they were like, "Oh, okay, well, you should, take a look." And I talked to someone, and I said, as much as I admire the art of directing, and I enjoyed it myself doing a one act, it's acting that was always my real passion and my real first love, so.
Yeah.
But
maybe one day.
But maybe one day. No,
You never know.
Absolutely.
Remember your
You
first
never know.
TV appearance.
Remember your. I don't know if
yeah.
it was his first.
Have you been on?
No, this is my
This
first.
is his first.
He was,
Matt.
he was in a very hilarious. So I gotta tell you that short film that Brittany just did.
The promposal.
Was it on TV?
It's, well, it's online.
It's online.
different.
Yeah.
It's very
No,
funny.
you're on TV now. Okay. This has to count for something. This is a big night.
I just finished. Brittany Nisko, she has her own filming production company, and she just did a short film that I was a part of called
funny.
The Promposal. Which,
Howard and Kaylee.
Yeah, Howard and Kaylee. Yeah, that was like a little family reunion.
Yeah.
So they told me that, or she told me that they were in it, and I didn't text them.
You didn't know?
Kaylee,
I knew.
McQuail?
No.
Kaylee Lizito and Howard Powell. Name drop. But no.
Kylie McQuail she's too famous for us.
I know.
She's on all those TV
TV
shows,
shows.
HBO,
I know.
and like she's
She is?
Showtime.
Oh
Good
yeah,
for her.
she's all over
for
the
her.
place.
Good for her.
Marvelous Miss Maisel.
Yeah,
She's
she was in the
that.
Marvelous Miss Maisel.
That's so cool.
All right.
She played my stage daughter in Brighton Beach Memoirs at Theater Works. She'll always be one of my kids.
I remember seeing that. I was like 10 at the time.
I know all of you guys are
Yeah.
all. It's a shame they all grew up.
It's like Rugrats.
I
You just
haven't,
grew
but
up.
they got older.
It
I mean, I think I
happens.
met you. I mean, I met you before you did the program with Stuart. So
Really?
my
Long
son,
time.
that's my
You
son.
go back way.
We go way
Yeah,
back.
and he was just a little kid.
That's the way they start.
I know.
Yeah.
And you
That's how they
feed them, you water them, and this is what happens.
And then this is what happens.
Well,
Little
we're
stubble.
really excited to see your show.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And
We're
it
getting a
opens.
little-
Yeah,
Are
we're
we
getting
getting
the
that?
nod.
Yes.
April 19th.
April 19th.
Yeah.
We have a
19th.
small. Yeah, it runs
May 11th.
May 11th.
Yes.
to May 11th. Oh, okay. You close day before Mother's Day. All
Yep.
right.
Yes.
Nice.
That's funny.
Looking forward to it.
So ShermanPlayhouse.org
.org.
is for tickets.
Right.
You can you can check our website or look on Facebook.com/Cocktails and Curtain Calls show for tickets. You can email us, but
This is your last chance.
This is your last chance.
This is your last
So,
chance.
Email now.
Email. Now we're going to get hundreds of them,
And-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yay,
we're
you
going to have
deserve
a
it.
inbox just overflowing.
As I spoiled before, this is going to be our final show for a little bit. For
now, for indefinitely.
Indefinite
Yeah.
hiatus, because no one emailed us, and it's
That's it. It's too sad
all
for
your
us.
fault.
We come here week after week, and nobody emails us. So
No, I think it's we've run our course.
Yes.
And we made a decision that this is going to be our last
gonna be our
one.
last
We
show.
couldn't have asked for better guests.
Yes.
We could have
It's
asked,
an honor
but
for
we
us.
wouldn't have gotten
I was going to
them.
say you could have asked anybody.
you know.
well, I want
We
to
were the
thank
ones
you.
Yeah.
Because lo, those many years
Well,
ago, we hatched this plan.
Almost exactly 3.
That's 3 years ago and 112 episodes.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I want to thank you because you came to me with this idea, and I'm so grateful you did.
You were
because
the
this has been
best
fun.
person I could have
You
picked
are the
to
best
ask.
person I could think to host this with.
We're
There's
mutual
nobody
admiration.
better. Yeah, it's true. But
Yeah, it is
Thank
true.
you so
No,
much.
it's been a pleasure.
Yeah, it's
Really
been great.
is. Thank
All
you.
right. Well, we're gonna mess up our mics.
Beautiful.
No.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Oh, cheers to
We
you
had the same
guys.
idea.
Yes, cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers to 112.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And don't tune in next time because there isn't a
This
next
is
time.
it. You got to go to reruns.
Or you can tune in. There might be reruns. Maybe we'll
Yeah.
get residual
The reruns
checks.
are always great.
Thank you so much.
Thank you again.
Good night.
Bye-bye.